Speaking of devastation, Address and Kamp shut down. And people are upset about that. I'm not. I'll just keep it. I'm not sitting around saying, "Oh my God, no Address, no Kamp, God, no, no." Now, okay, let me be nice. Um, I think Address had a great run, 9 years. We don't know the full details of why they're closing. Apparently, Kamp got raided. Um, I say this: I'm not the reason why I'm not mad or I'm not sad about these clubs shutting down because to begin with, honestly, I think these places could have been so much better without all the damn charges like these other places. Stop charging people so damn much money just to enjoy themselves. Somebody made a good point on social media. They was like, "Look, man, it's basically because y'all charging everyday Houston people like we're tourists. Like it's a y'all they had we had a span of where a lot of tourists was coming out here and they was buying up everything. And they kept those same charges and they kept that same mentality and try to use it on the people that live here. Because the people that's gonna make the money is the ones that live here, not the visitors. It's not gonna happen. Houston don't have an Ocean Drive. Houston don't have a Bourbon Street. Houston don't have a Vegas Strip. We don't have that. We are a big country city. We go to different areas: Midtown, Downtown, East Downtown, Heights, Katy, Sugarland, Parallel. Like it's we don't have that signature street. Yeah, Maine is cool. Maine cool, but it's not okay. Just bars, a couple of restaurants, but it's not like we're not on that level. So I think we I've been saying this forever. Uh, from the customer's perspective, now let me not say customer because I don't go outside no more. Honestly, I'll give a true story. The last time I've been inside of a club was actually Address in 2022. No, I'm sorry, 2021. Years mixed up. 2021. I swear to God. Shout out to my homie MC Major. So I'll tell y'all this. Um, I used to go up there and he was DJing like, yo, you pull up to Address, whoop de whoop. I just pull up there because I'll be bored at the house. Like, I'm gonna pull up and go. That's why I'm still in my outside phase. And I'm there, and I used to always go to the DJ booth, smoke hookah, get DJ booth, get a couple drinks, cool, bam. And I remember I'm standing there, and I'm looking around, and as I'm looking around, something just hit me in my head and said, "Yo, this isn't fun no more. It's not fun no more seeing people in the same spots in the couches and the whole club part was couches. It's not room to do anything. If you want room, you have to go outside the club port and go back to the bar and all that stuff. Like, and I was just driving home and I said, man, this isn't even fun no more. Like I'm checked out of clubs now. It's all the same stuff. It's the same music, same people. Just wasn't hitting the same. It was a self reflection as well. You know, that was the last time I was inside of a club, and I never looked back. And I think the problem is that when you talk to a lot of people, it's not the fact that we're never gonna go to a club again. We're just not gonna go to those type of places because we go to out of town, out the country. We'll go to some clubs because they ain't the same. Like they not. It's not section based. Sections at one point in time wasn't just for anybody. There was a such thing as a VIP area. Like that was a such thing. The problem was that they made everybody feel like they was VIP and they wasn't. As we can see later, where we see shit called napkin wars. I think that was the nail in the coffin right there. When they started throwing napkins in the air, I'm like, bro, y'all have no decency for the people that have to clean this shit up, don't y'all? Like, bro, y'all do know people gotta clean this shit up after this, right? Like, why the fuck we throwing up napkins inside of a club? That's when I knew that there was a problem. But it really started when they started doing damn bottle wars, and I started looking around. I said, hold on, what the bottle war? A club had a tournament. Whatever said helped spent the most money on bottles won a trophy. Oh my God! Shout out Molo, but damn that Them niggas fell for the okie doke. Nigga, what? I'm not. This is how I knew the club was just lost. There was a lost. It got lost somewhere, you know. But the reason why these clubs is closing and people want change. People want to dance. People want to dance. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like I don't understand like the whole. I never understood the whole section thing. Like everything was just filled with sections. You gotta ask yourself why you think. These are people that live in Houston. I know I might have people that listen outside of Houston, but you gotta think to yourself. There's a reason why Grooves is still standing. There's a reason why Red Rooster is getting talked about more than ever before. And I had to think to myself, had to be two reasons. One, is it because we're getting older and we're getting to that stage where we're going to go to Red Rooster now? Or is it people that really want to dance and have a good time? Because people that I hear that go to Red Rooster now, and I've been one time, I had a damn good time. I can't remember the last time I ordered an Adios motherfucker inside of a club. And I said, man, this is what club's supposed to be. Dancing, having a good time. I don't mind paying to get inside of a club. I really don't. Because if it's gonna get my money's worth, I'm down for it. But I don't. When people start here, they start crying. Oh my God, the address gone, campus gone. Oh, it's just losing everything. I don't miss places where I have to pay 40 for parking, 60 to get in, and pay to sit on a couch. That's I wouldn't even buy for my house. $200, $300 section fee. Then I got paid 3 bottles minimum, and at the end of the night, I spent $2,100. I'm not missing that shit. I'm just not. That's just not that. That's not my thing. Even when I was younger, I said I don't understand this stupid ass shit. Like, I just don't understand like why I got paid so much to have a good time, and I'm really not even having a good time. I'm looking around, smoking hookah, drinking, taking shots out of a bottle, and signs coming out, and I'm like, this is not even fun. I don't miss this. But y'all mad about Address and Kamp closing. How the hell y'all think I felt when Drink Houston closed in 2017? How y'all think I felt when Toke Bar closed down? Club Hush being my first club I ever been to, along with Mercury Room, Club Heat. I miss those type of clubs. Clubs when you actually had a dance floor, you actually had a good time. Remember foam parties inside of a club? Y'all remember when clubs actually had dance floors? Yes, those same clubs had a little bit of sections, but it wasn't the end all be all. It was okay. It's okay. Cool. If you don't get a section, still have a good time. Just pay, $15, $20 to get in. You have your reverse happy, you have your drinks, have a good time. Spend all the money you want. But something got lost at some point about these clubs trying to be greedy, trying to make their money. Oh shit, I might have a theory. It might be because these places don't actually own their buildings. They leasing them out. They paying this high lease every month. And then in order to make that money back and then pay their employees and make the money for themselves as promoters, you have to charge an outrageous amount of money and target a certain audience to even make that return. And sometimes barely. That's the problem. Why you think Grooves and Red Rooster still around? Own those buildings, but then they stick to their formula. I have not been in Grooves in a long time, but I know for a fact they still got them 75-cent drinks on Fridays from 4 to 9. $1 tequila shots from 4 to 9. They still stick to the formula. Do I think Grooves added a couple of more sections in there? Okay, they did, but it's still the same club. Still the same formula. Our generation, Grooves is our generation's Red Rooster. That's what it is. So, Fox Hollow. May I throw out Fox Hollow for you guys? Amale had real potential. I never forget when I went to Amale when they first opened. I said, "Oh my God, now this is what I'm missing right here." Y'all remember the TV show The Game, and There was a point in time we was missing black sitcoms, and when the game first came out on CW, we was like, damn, like this might be the next great sitcom. We ain't had this in a long time. And then BET bought them out after a couple seasons, and then after BET bought them out after a couple seasons, the shit went downhill. That's how I felt about Amale. Amale brought that club feel back around a time when people was missing the club feel, and then after a year and a half, they changed management, and then they started putting fake liquor in their bottles, and then they also catered to people that wanted to buy sex. And then the next time I went to Amale, it was called something else, and then the outside was filled with nothing but sections and shit. And I said, "Damn, they just fell right into the trap, huh?" That's how I felt about Amale. Had real potential. They just started adding wooded benches everywhere. But the point is, a lot of us are missing real clubs. These ain't real clubs. Clubs back then had customer appreciation, like like real customer appreciation. Like, yo, if you get in before a certain time, then your first two drinks are literally covered. Just show a ticket or some shit. Like clubs really had real customer appreciation. Customer, like I said on the episode before, customer appreciation nowadays in these clubs is, instead of paying for a $300 bottle of tequila, you paying for 250, but then you really paying 300 because they add the 20% service charge, and you paying more than what you originally would pay. It just sounds good. So yeah, that's how these clubs are running. Not every promoter, because I don't know every promoter personally, and I don't go to every club, but I just know they operate different than how clubs was operated back then. So hey, I'm not mad at you. If you got it, spend it. Cool. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your money, but there's a sign. Real clubs, we missing that shit, and I think this is better for the change. This is a change for the better. I think we actually need this change, you know. And again, it's just two clubs, you know. But if you look down the track record of a lot of the clubs that's been closed down the last 5 years, there's a hell of a lot of them, and they all have the same trend.